Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Your host, Flywheels. Friday night, time for another affordable group break. 2 products this week, one paid and one free. So I appreciate everybody who decided to participate, whether you grabbed a free team from the Star Picks basketball or if you ponied up for a team or two in the 2003 Upper Deck Series 2. Good evening, Hal. Let me run and get my scissors. My daughter came and borrowed them, and she hasn't brought them back. So let me go find those real quick so I can get these boxes open, and then we'll start. Be right back. Get my scissors. Get my scissors.
You ready, Win?
All righty. Start with the baseball, since that is the meat and potatoes. All right. Retail box, unfortunately, but 24 packs, 8 cards per pack. We should have, says, look for unique game used jersey. Cards inserted on average of 1 in 24 packs. So we got that to keep an eye open for. I was not collecting in 2003, but I've always liked this design. Kind of a simple design, but always enjoyed it. So our first card in tonight's break is Michael Tucker, former Brave, then current Kansas City Royal. Got Jason LaRue for the Reds, Lance Berkman, Astros, Jorge Sosa for the Rays, Pat Burrell for Philly. Got our dummy card. John Leister, star rookie, Cubs. Jesse Orosco for the Padres. Kurt Schilling for the Diamondbacks. And then I'm going to have these old World Series contest things in every pack, but I'm just going to file those away. Next up, for the Cardinals, Brett Tomko, Carl Everett, Rangers, Preston Wilson, Rockies, Robert Machado, Brewers, Mike Cameron for the Mariners, Jose Contreras, Yankees, Darren Erstad, Angels, is also a checklist, season highlight checklist. Javier Vasquez for the Expos. Good evening, Ben. Yeah, I like these cards, Hal. I'm not doing much set building from this time frame, but this would be a candidate if I ever decided to do that. We have Grudzielanek for the Cubs, Todd Walker, Red Sox, Darren Dreifert, Dodgers, Eduardo Alfonso for the Giants, Nick Johnson, Yankees, Mark Ellis, A's, and oh, nice. Knew I should have took the Expos. Vladimir Guerrero leading swatches. Adam played cleanup, and it paid off. David Segui, Orioles, and Rocco Baldelli, Rays. So, second pack, we got our hit. The Tigers, Matt Anderson, Jimmy Haynes for the Reds, Eric Karros, Cubs, Johnny Damon, Red Sox, well, where's one of the inserts? Masters with the leather, Derek Jeter. Steve Carsey, Yankees. Luis Alaya, Expos, and Chris Steins, Rockies. Juan Pierre. Excuse me. Juan Pierre for the Marlins. Andy Pettit, Yankees. Carlos Delgado for the Jays. Corey Patterson, Cubs. Mark Teixeira, Rangers. Scott Rowland for the Cardinals. A-Rod for the Rangers. Brandon Phillips, Indians. Chad Muller, Diamondbacks. Brent Main for the Royals. Jake Peavy, Padres. Lyle Overby, the Diamondbacks. Angel Baroa, Royals. Marvin Bernard for the Giants. Oh, check this out. This is an unexpected surprise. Magical Performances. Barry Bonds. A little wood piece there. April 13th, 2002, Bonds smacked his 574th career homer, moving him into sole possession of sixth place on the all-time list. He passed Harmon Killebrew, AL slugger extraordinaire. 13 of 50. I have not seen these before. No. Billy Koch, forgot how you pronounce that, for the White Sox. Prentice Redmond for the not the Yankees, the other New York team, the Mets. Let's see, were there odds? Superior Sluggers 1-8, Masters of the Leather 1-12. Gold Parallel Magical Performances, etched wood card numbered to 50. Does not give an odd, does not give a on those. National Pride are 1-48. UD Patch Logo 7,500. UD Patch Stripe 7,500. So yeah, there are no individual odds on that, but that's pretty cool. Everybody has trading card database pulled up. If you want to check, let me know if that Bonds needs a scan or not. For the Braves, Greg Maddux. Milton Bradley for the Indians. Joe Borchard, White Sox. Eric Owens, Angels. Todd Helton, the Rockies. Josh Phelps, Blue Jays. Robbie Hammock, the Diamondbacks, wrong team. Bobby Kilty, the Twins. Orlando Hernandez, Expos. Frank Thomas for the White Sox. Sean Wooten, Angels. Alex Gonzalez, Cubs. And the Superior Sluggers insert is a Vladimir Guerrero. That's two Vladdies tonight. It's always a card wanting to stick to those inserts. Miguel Tejada for the A's. There's a Pudge Rodriguez for Ben. And a Marlins uni. Brent Horde for the Twins. Ray Sanchez for the Mets. Octavio Dotel Strohs. Joe Kennedy for the Rays. Tim Wakefield, Boston. Mike Piazza, Mets. Julio Lugo, Rays. Rob Nen for the Giants. Barry Zito for the A's. I just noticed that dummy card is one of those that's got the scratch off. Yeah, a lot of these had different things on the back, but don't think any of these things are still going. The chat is mighty quiet tonight. Y'all are going to make me fall asleep. Charles Johnson for the Rockies. Aesop Choi, Cubbies. Carl Crawford, Tampa Bay. Todd Hundley, Dodgers. Jock Jones, the Twins. Rhett Johnson, Mariners. Kevin Brown, Dodgers. And Josh Willingham, Marlins. Oh, thank you, Hal, for checking. Trot Nixon for the Red Sox. Brandon Duckworth for Philly. Mike DeJean, Milwaukee. Braden Looper for the Marlins. Sandman for the Yankees. Jason Kendall for the Pirates. Ellis Burks for the Indians. And Termel Sledge, Expos. Ben Davis, Mariners. Kenny Lofton as a Pirate. That's an odd look. Orlando Hudson for the Jays. Austin Kearns for the Reds. Mike Matheny, Cardinals. Superior Slugger Griffey for the Reds. Josh Beckett, Marlins. And Freddie Garcia, Mariners. All right, start the second half of the box. Rich Aurelia, Giants. D'Angelo Jimenez, White Sox. Peter Bergeron, Expos. Michael Cudyer for the Twins. Francisco Rodriguez, or K-Rod, Angels. Lou Ford, Twins. Sidney Ponson, the Orioles. Fernando Tatis, Expos. Good evening, Mr. Johnny. Scott Hatteberg for the A's. Marlon Byrd, Philly. Reggie Taylor, Reds. Kerry Wood, Cubs. Superior Sluggers insert, Ted Williams for Boston. David Sanders, White Sox. Richie Sexson for the Brewers. Ichiro. I watched the game tonight, Hal, but unless something's going on, I generally don't listen to them on the radio, even though I don't mind the Braves announcers. But that's funny. They slipped up there. Yeah, Johnny, we miss having your commentary in the chat during the breaks. Hopefully you'll jump in another break here soon. Royce Clayton for the Brew Crew. Gary Matthews Jr. for the Orioles. Mo Vaughn for the Mets. Manny for the Red Sox. Joe Thurston, Dodgers. Eric Munson for the Tigers. There's Griffey, base card, Reds. And Craig Counsell, Diamondbacks. Since you weren't in the here, Johnny, when we opened this, we did hit an unexpected gold parallel of the Magical Performers. It's got the little wood insert there, 13 of 50, Mr. Barry Bonds. And then our hit was already in the second pack. That was the leading swatches jersey card of Mr. Vladimir Guerrero Sr. Jason Lane of the Astros. Toby Hall, Tampa. Phil Nevin, Padres. Chipper Jones for the Braves. Sasaki, Mariners. Mark Mulder, Astros. Jeremy Bonderman for the Tigers. Craig Brazel for the Mets. Mark Loretta, Padres. Robert Fick, Braves. Cliff Lee, Indians. Bill Selby, Indians. Damian Moss for the Giants. Bobby Higginson, Tigers. Kevin Millwood, Philly. And Matt Catta, Diamondbacks. Sean Burrows, Padres. John Smoltz, Braves. Travis Hafner, the Indians. Bernie Williams, Yankees. Durazo, the A's. Another Masters of the with the leather, excuse me. A-Rod. Yeah, these cards don't want to slide very well. Joe Creedy for the White Sox and Michael Hessman for the Braves. How many Michael Hessman Braves cards do you have in your collection, Hal? Because you got one now. Eduardo Perez for the Cardinals. Hank Blaylock, Texas. Herbert Perry, Texas. Brian Lawrence, Padres. Javi Lopez, Braves. It's always a good pack when you have a Javi Lopez. Clint Barnes for the Rockies. Brandon Webb, Diamondbacks. Dang it, Bobby. Hank's son, Bobby Hill. For the Bears, or the Little Bears, the Cubs. Juan Uribe, nice bunting photo there. As par with Upper Deck, there's some good photos in this set. Matt Clement, Cubs. Casey Fossum, Red Sox. Cam Garcia, Indians. Jose Mesa for Philly. Troy Gloss, Angels. Shinjo for the Mets. Shane Basil for the A's. About 4 packs to go. Dave Roberts for the Dodgers. AJ Przinsky for the Twins. Garrett Anderson, Angels. Todd Ritchie, Brewers. Randy Wynn, Mariners. Matt Stairs for the Pirates. I feel like Matt Stairs played for every MLB team. Tim Olson, star rookie, is for the Diamondbacks. And Ramiro Mendoza Red Sox. Barry Larkin for the Reds. Miguel Cairo, Cardinals. Matt Morris for the Cardinals. Scott Erickson for the Orioles. Masters with the leather that does not roll off the tongue. You are, whoever said that is exactly right. Andrew Jones. I think that's the first Brave I've seen tonight that I didn't have, but glad it's going to Hal. Jeff Duncan with the Mets. John Olerud, Mariners. Mike Hampton, Braves. That's a great shot. Hampton in a cameo of Javi's butt. A-Rod, Texas. Alex Gonzalez, Florida Marlins. Alfonso Soriano, Yankees. Matt Williams for Diamondbacks. Carlos Beltran, Royals. Bobby Matrich, Mariners. Todd Wellmeyer, Cubs. Nomar Garcia-Parra, Red Sox. And our final pack. Chris Woodward for the Jays. Miguel Batista, Diamondbacks. Albie Lopez, KC. David Bell for Philly. Eric Young, Brewers. Brett Boone, Mariners. If anybody wants any of these dummy cards, let me know. Brad Fulmer for the Angels, and Fred McGriff, Mr. Freddie McGriff for the Dodgers. And that wraps it up, guys. That does it for the baseball. Got a nice big stack of base cards. Decent selection for the, I feel like, for the teams. Some of the teams had smaller checklists, but feel like got a little bit of a variety. So there's the base cards. Masters with the leather. Andrew, A-Rod, and Jeter. Not my favorite insert design. Kind of boring if you ask me, but I got an Andrew and a Jeter. Superior Sluggers. I think these were also like 1 in 10. We've got Ted Williams, King Griffey, and Vlad. Not a bad trio. And then we got that Magical Performers gold parallel of Barry Bonds, 13/50. That was a nice surprise. And then our jersey leading swatches for Mr. Vlad Sr. I do have like a little stitch, like indentation there on the jersey. So not too bad. Not too bad. Thanks for stopping by, Hal. Glad your Braves got a few things tonight. All right, and then as a freebie, guys, I decided to throw in this box of 91, 92 star picks or hot picks or star picks, hot picks, whatever you want to call it. 36 packs, 6 cards per pack. I think I might have a card or two from this set, but definitely have never opened any of this, let alone seen boxes of it. It does say may contain autographs. I have no idea what the odds are, but wasn't sure how to do this one. So I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to make it free. Didn't know what kind of interest there would be in this in the first place. So the autos are signed on the back of the card. That is odd. Thank you for sharing that with me. I did not know. So now I'll be flipping every card over. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, good luck. I'll have to look at the backs anyhow because I'm not familiar with all the teams and some of the players. So we got Zan Tabak. Okay, Yugoslavia. Mark Macon. Marty Dow. I'm just going to go through them and then I'll flip them over and scan through the backs of the cards. Reggie Hansen. Jackie Jones. Rick Fox. My dad was a big Tar Heels fan. I remember watching plenty of Rick Fox play. And then what he went on to, who drafted him? Was it the Lakers or the Celtics? Rich King, Kevin Brooks, Chad Gallagher, John Taft. There we go, Mr. Corciani for NC State. Don't think I had that one. Mike Uzzolino. Card stock on these is pretty thin. Design is simple, but I've seen worse. Photos are hit and miss. Some of them seem more grainy than others. Treg Lee, Pete Chilcutt, another Tar Heel. D. Brown, Doug Overton, Elliot Perry. Checklist. Celtics. That's what I was leaning towards. George Ackles, Bobby Phills, Doug Smith, Terrell Brandon, Steve Hood, Roy Fisher, Bobby Phills. His career and his life was cut way too short. I remember he was playing for Charlotte at the time, and he was racing his fellow teammate David Wesley right outside the Charlotte Coliseum where the Hornets used to play. It was an accident. He died. Good player. Mr. Derek Coleman, Melvin Cheatham. Okay, we got a football card and a basketball product. Steve Ettman. It's one of the exclusive bonus cards. So I don't know. We'll have to figure out a way to divvy that card out. Tony Farmer, Randy Brown, Gary Waits. Another Coleman, Mark Randall, Greg Anthony, Alvaro Terran, Gene, can't pronounce it because I'm too tired, Jimmy Oliver, Vaughn McDade, Myron Brown, Keith Hughes, Dale Davis, Darren Chancellor, Richard Dumas, Eric Murdoch. There we go. LJ. That's what I was hoping to see. Luke Longley, Marty Dowell, Joe Wiley, Sean Vanderveer, the Plastic Man, Stacey Ogman, Sean Green, there's Bobby again, Terrell Brandon, Marcus Kennedy, Elliot Perry. That's a cool Tim Hardaway. You can see it, right? Joey Wright, Doug Smith, Doug Overton, Sean Kemp. That's pretty cool. Jerome Harmon. John Crotty. I remember him quite vividly from his Virginia days. Bobby Phills, Reggie Hansen, Steve Hood, Marcus Kennedy, Jackie Jones. I was a little surprised, John, you didn't grab Kentucky in this one. or maybe you had planned to, and John beat you to it. Lamont Struthers, John Taft, Donald Hodge, LaBradford Smith, John Turner, and Rick Fox. Gotcha. David Kaplan, Zon Tabak, Mark Macon, Tony Farmer, Kevin Lynch. He also ended up on the Hornets at one point. Jimmy Oliver. Kenny Anderson, Steve Smith. There's another bonus card. Myron Brown, Dale Davis, ACC. Luke Longley. And I swear that guy defending him looks like Ronnie Cycli. Probably wrong, but Marty Dow, D. Brown, Chris Corciani, Elliot Perry. Checklist. I don't know how to pronounce his name. David Kaplan, Kevin Brooks, Vaughn McDade, Terrell Brandon. 1991 All-Rookie Team. Mr. Roy Fisher. Melvin Cheatham, Chris Gatlin, Larry Fleischler, Chad Gallagher, Darren Chancellor, Richard Dumas, Eric Murdoch, Pete Chilcutt, Anthony Avett, Joey Wright, Reggie Hansen, Joe Wiley, George Ackles, Mark Macon, Doug Smith, John Taft, Doug Overton. We're going to have to see lots and lots of doubles. Randy Ayers, Coach of the Year. Johnny Pittman, Tony Farmer, D. Brown, Steve Hood, Sean Vandiver, Jerome Harmon, how many of these bonus cards are on the checklist? Sean Green, Larry Fleischler, Gallagher, Brian Shorter, Randy Ayers, Kenny Anderson. Mark Randall, Reggie Miller, Sorry for the glare. Steve Smith. There's the Kansas guy that I can't pronounce his name. Perry Carter and another Kenny Anderson. Not even listed, huh? I wonder if it's one of those deals where the cards like ran through a couple of different sets, so the checklist is listed somewhere else. Rich King, George Eccles, Chris Gatlin, Terrell Brandon, Bradford Smith, John Turner, Treg Lee, Lamont Struthers, Anthony Avent, Larry Fleischler, Randy Brown, Jerome Harmon. We'll flip them over and look at the backs in a little bit. Pittman, Wright, Farmer, Hodge, Carter, and another 91 all-rookie team. Kenny Anderson, Greg Anthony, Reggie Miller, Kevin Lynch, Steve Smith, LaRon Ellis, also a one-time Charlotte Hornet. Melvin Cheatham, Ackles, Tehran, Fleischer, Gary Waits, John Turner, Tehran, Gatlin, another Littman, Randy Brown, Jackie Jones, Rick Fox, John Crotty, Tim Hardaway, Greg Anthony, Donald Hodge, LaRon Ellis. Checklist. Kenny Anderson, Anthony Avent, Luke Longley, Marty Dow, Reggie Hansen, 91 all-rookie team. Lamont Struthers, Johnny Pittman, John Taft, Kevin Lynch, Steve Smith, Andy Ayers, Rich King, Kevin Burks, him again, Mike, is it Izuzulino, Marcus Kennedy, Roy Fisher, just a handful to go. Mark Randall, LJ, Phils, Brown, Corciani, Richard Dumas, Yep, then may have discovered the mystery. Tabak, McDade, Brown, Oliver, Chancellor, Kenny Anderson. Drake Lee, Stacey Ogman, Sean Green, another one. Gene, Donald, or Dodge, Hodge. Final pack. Derek Coleman, Pete Chilcutt, Reggie Miller, Luke Longley, Kevin Lynch, Dale Davis. So we think autos might be on the card backs. Kind of an odd choice. But this video is going on much longer than I prefer them to. So what I may do, guys, is just take my time because I don't want to miss anything. And I will go through this stack and the other stack. See if we have an auto by chance. The odds were probably not in our favor. But, oh, the Steve Smith was a bonus card. But I can also check the wording on the front, and if that Star Picks logo is supposed to be in something other than the white, then maybe that's a potential parallel, so I can take a look at those as I carefully comb through. I can work on that this weekend. But not seeing anything so far. So I got that other stack. Look a little careful, or more careful. See if anything else is in there. 2 circular stickers and a huge auto. Okay. Steve Smith bonus isn't listed either. I'll toss in one of these little catalogs into everybody's, at least one, into your stack. But that's going to do it, guys. I did pick up another box today that has the chance at some cool late 90s baseball inserts. But figured it would be a fun thing to fun break, and it should be, again, pretty inexpensive when it's all said and done. I started working on the sign-up post earlier this evening, but I didn't get a chance to finish it. Again, I don't know what kind of interest we'll have here, but I'm going to do something again a little different. I've got a box of 1998 Upper Deck Collector's Choice Motorsports. So if you are into the racing, here you go. Geez, I think I've been sitting on this box for several years. Don't even remember where I got it from, but still factory sealed. And it looks like they tried something with like a racing TCG called CC600. You get one of those in every pack. And I just noticed the bottom of the box has like a player or the rules of the game. So I haven't really looked in to see what those look like. But there is a chance at autographs. And this one, more than likely, is going to be listed by the racing team. But when I list them out, I'll probably put the, like the driver's name in parentheses. So some of the teams, if they only had one driver, then there's only a couple of cards for each driver. And then some of the teams, some of the bigger teams might have more than one driver. But this will probably end up being a super cheap break as well. One, again, I don't know what kind of interest we'll have, and two, I mean it's Collector's Choice Racing. So if you dabble in racing or you've been interested in it, this might be a cheap way to check it out. It's been a while since we've done racing. I think we did a Pinnacle box some years ago, and it ended up being a fun break. But we got this, and we're going to do a baseball as well. I just haven't decided what product we're going to do yet. I've got a couple of things in stock, but I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure. Just have to check back Sunday night around 9 o'clock, and you'll have signups for this, and you'll have another sign up. I might stagger the two, maybe by a half hour. Yeah, so 2 more boxes, 2 different sports coming up next Friday night. Thanks. But that is it, guys. I am going to go get me some rest because the wife's going to have me up early tomorrow working in the yard again. But if you need anything, let me know. And Johnny, I did get your short print from Heritage and a couple of bonus cards that I found as I was sorting. I will get those out on Monday to you. Apologize, I haven't had a chance to get them out earlier. If anybody else is interested in having your stack shipped, let me know. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic weekend, and hope to see you back here on the channel again next Friday night. Have a great one.